Hello and welcome. I don't know about you, but so often we get rejected in relationships, don't we? And we're going to look at that. So stick with us.
I wonder if you can identify with any of these feelings. I'm just going to read you a story. It's completely anonymous, but see what you think. Bella's husband's left her for somebody else, and she's been left with a deep sense of shame and like she's not good enough and she's totally unworthy. And she's lost confidence and she won't interact with her friends anymore. And I'm wondering what's happening for Bella there. Well, it seems like the feeling of rejection is just sat with her and she's kind of taken it on board, and now she feels like a total failure. Whereas in fact, she isn't a failure, but that's how she's feeling, and she's kind of applying it to lots of areas of her life now because she's cut herself off from other people as a way of protecting herself, perhaps. So she's isolating herself from others, maybe because she's afraid of being rejected by everybody. Who knows? A very painful experience. So maybe Colin, you'd like to come in now and say what you think.
Yeah, I do feel for Bella. I mean, I think we live in this society where we have this very romantic ideal about relationships, that they should always work. They should. I mean, we see them a lot of breakdowns everywhere, but we still feel inside us that somehow ours won't be like that. And so when relationship does fail, we can feel it's our fault. I mean, our society is all about comparing. So we have a lot of stuff on social media, and we're always comparing with all these lovely lives other people seem to be living, but our life doesn't feel that way. And it really comes to a head when we have a situation like with Bella and the husband has left. It must be very, very hard for her. There is another way of seeing the world, though, rather than how society sees the world. We're not just valued, or we don't have to just be valued for our so-called success in relationships, or how we look, or how many things we own. Jesus paints a picture of a different way of living, a different world that we can inhabit. If you think about the story of Jesus, I don't know how much you know about it, but the disciples, these followers of Jesus, these friends, they've been with him for 3 years, and they said they were his best friend and they would do anything for him. But when the chips were down and he was arrested, they all ran away. They all deserted him. They abandoned him. I mean, they weren't very good friends. They weren't very good at relationships, let's be honest. But Jesus never abandoned them. When he came back, when he rose from the dead, he embraced them and he valued them, not for what they did or didn't do in their relationship, but because he loved them. And this is a fantastic message to us. No matter what happens, no matter how things fail for us, God will still be there for us.
If you need to get into contact with anybody about it, feel free to message us and we'll see what we can do to help. Both Colin and I are qualified counsellors. If you feel the need to talk through issues, maybe we can refer you on to someone to help with that. But please feel free to get in touch, and hopefully you find it helpful what we've talked about today.